Yes, thank you. I was wondering why we was really jamming.
I mean,
what's going on, y'all? We done came in. I forgot to add myself on it. We forgot to mute the TV. And I'm where's my echo from?
Probably on your phone.
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay, close my phone. Yeah, that was my phone. I was like, why am I still hearing myself? Trying to figure out what in the world is going on. What's up, y'all? Let me add, I got special guests on with me tonight. Let me add Pretty Ricky in because he's in studio with me tonight. But let me add my girls also, Angel and Nikki. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Girls podcast. Yes, welcome to Red Wine Conversations.
Thank you for having us. Hello.
Hey, I am excited. So now, Rick, you're gonna have to look up there on the monitor at them. We're gonna get a couple of seconds delays.
He said.
Listen, I'm over here sipping my hot toddy because literally I've been fighting a cold since I woke up Wednesday with a scratchy throat, and I've been fighting it since Wednesday. But I refuse to allow it to win.
Tricky weather.
Yes.
Tricky
and
weather.
It's the allergies and like the pollen, all of that. Ooh, it just
I heard it was real. I heard it was real thick down there. My friend stay in Memphis, so she been dealing with it too.
It is. It's bad down here. I don't know where my echo is coming from.
I don't either.
I don't hear it.
I don't know where this echo is coming from tonight. Because I thought I turned off. Your mic is off on your camera. So it's not that. I don't know where we're getting the echo. But it looks like it went away. Or is it? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go on, y'all. If it's bothering y'all out there listening, y'all let me know. It could just be me.
You know what? It's a slight delay. So I can hear you, and then I hear you again.
Let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, come on, let's rock.
Is your other mic still on, Auntie? No, I turned off the camera's mic. The only mic that's on is my Samsung, my regular mic. So I don't know. Do you hear Echo, Jordan? My nephew is on. Oh. He was like, Auntie is he's commenting. So y'all don't think that I'm crazy. But yeah, he's asking me, is my other mic still on? And I was like, no, I turned off. I tried to make sure I muted all the mics. But anyway, we gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna get into talking to the young ladies here because I'm excited to have them on because I learned before the show that they just started their podcast in January. Okay, Tara,
Yep.
so you're not hearing the echo? Okay, so it's on my end, then I'm not gonna worry about it. They just started kicking it with the girls podcast in the January. Is that correct, ladies?
It's kicking it with Yo Girls, but yeah, that's about right. We started in the end of January.
Okay, let me make sure. Let me say that right. Kicking it with Yo Girls.
Right, with a
Correct.
Z.
Girls
With
with
a
a
Z
Z.
on it.
I love it. It's so cute. I really do love it. And the first episode that I listened to of theirs was the dang it. The name lost me.
Was it friendships or friend zone?
Friend zone. Yes,
Yep,
that's what
I
it
know
friend
it's
was.
one of
Yes.
those.
Thank you. Friend zone. I absolutely loved it. It was fun. It was so funny because
Man,
it happens a lot. A lot of times people don't realize when they're in the friend zone.
they don't know.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun making that episode.
That one was a
That
good
was
one.
It was
Yeah,
a good
that was.
episode. I enjoyed listening to it.
Thank you, appreciate
Thank you. Yes,
it.
very much.
So tell me what this hot toddy is actually kind of tasty. I'm gonna try not to drink it down too fast. So what motivated you ladies to decide to start your podcast?
Well, when it first came up, Angel brought it up. She said, I want to start a podcast. I was just like, okay, whatever. Not really thinking anything of it because it's not something that I would typically do. That's not, really in my realm before this. And I was like, okay. And then after a few months of nothing, I was just like, okay, maybe we're not going to do that. And then a friend of ours said, I thought you guys were supposed to be starting podcasts. And so we was like, oh, I guess we got to do it now. We didn't tell people. So
Right.
it was like, okay, well, we'll just start talking. And then that's how it started.
Yep, that's how it
First episode, we
started.
was like, we're going to start this weekend. And that was the beginning.
Yep.
So,
I
So
was
what
on a
was
road trip. I was on
go
a road
ahead.
trip with my son, and I found this podcast, and I was telling Nikki about it. And then I'm like, man, we should be able to do a podcast. And she like the one friend that's like, okay, I'm down, whatever. So I was like, all right, so we just did it.
Okay. So what was your first episode about?
It was about friendships because we figured we could say how we started our friendship and then talk about like all the crazy friendships that we had that were not friendships for real.
right.
That you
And you know
found out
what?
later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a new trend. I think that people are all finally waking up and realizing, dang, I've had these friendships for years, and these people really wasn't friends.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It,
You'll be knowing.
it,
Yeah. And then you look back and you say, dang, for real, I only got like 3 or 4 real friends that I can call real friends in your life. When you're thinking you got all these people around you that are your friends, but they're not. For real.
Yep. You
yes,
find out late.
that is so true. But when you go through hardship, that's
Yep.
when you find out who your real friends are.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, so we picked that one because we wanted to kind of get a background to how we started our friendship, and then also talk about all the dysfunctional friendships that we had prior to.
Okay, well, share with us a little bit how y'all started y'all's friendship.
Now I'm gonna tell
Because
it
you're
because
not
I
in the
could
same
give to
city,
it up.
right? You're not even in the same state, are
Yeah,
you?
you should tell it.
We're in the same state. We met at work. It was like we was in a corporate office with it wasn't a lot of us in that office. It was only like 3 at the time. So then like she came in, another one came in, and I'm like, oh man, we all gonna be friends. But I'm like the friendliest person ever. So she came
Okay.
in kind of quiet, and they put her on the other side of the wall, like in our little cubicle. And then we just started talking about music, and I just told her she was gonna be my friend, and then it happened.
And I was like, okay.
See, baby, oh,
She debugger. You gonna be my friend.
You gonna be
right.
my
I tell her she
friend.
bullied me. She don't believe she bullied me into being a friend.
I don't bully her though.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So
But
you know,
nah,
bully
yeah.
this girl into being your friend. So you gonna be my friend. It don't matter
We
what you
actually-
say or how you feel. You gonna be my friend.
You gonna be
We
my
actually
friend,
started like a friend group. It's 7 of us, and then me and her are part of that friend group. So it's 7 of us total.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, friends develop like me and Rick met in the gym.
Okay.
As y'all can see, Pretty Ricky like to work out. He all buff and everything. But that's
Okay.
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 I'm hiding under my sweatshirt.
he got
But
the guns out.
KO is coming back. Right. And listen, Rick does have some nice arms. But you know what? I have to be careful with complimenting Rick because it goes to his
Run
head.
with it.
And then I have these long drawn out issues with things that he wants because he's looking sexy. And I don't want to have to go through that again. So if I say he got nice arms, every show he gonna come in here with his guns out next.
Let's start coming in white beaters.
Right.
Right, that's what it's gonna be. It's warming up.
Show you these guns for real.
The summer is coming. It's coming. Gotta be ready.
I have to be careful what I say to Pretty Ricky.
All I want is
You gotta
my chair.
compliment them in doses.
Right, compliment him in those. All you want is what?
My chair. That's it.
Rick, we are not gonna have another conversation about this chair. We're not gonna do the chair. He's obsessed with this chair. I'm not even gonna get into it with y'all about the chair. But the
Which
chair's
chair
not.
though?
Is that
So
the
you
chair
see
you
this
took
red
away from
chair
him
that
on
I'm sitting in?
the episode?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and look at the episode. But there's a great
Yeah, I think
chair.
Nikki saw that one.
I saw
She
that.
saw
Where you
that
said
one.
it was too big. It was too big. You had to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw that episode.
So you know what I'm talking about. I made the mistake of telling him he looked sexy in that chair.
Yep.
Uh-oh. That's it. That's what did it. You were supposed to say, you know what, you look alright in that chair. I can get you a better looking chair.
Nikki, you didn't have to come agree. You did not.
You did. I saw that. I do remember that episode.
So I'm so
Yep.
sick of him in this chair. Ever since that, it's like he is stuck on that chair. But we got chairs coming. They'll be here Saturday. They're coming tomorrow. So we got
Okay,
chairs
there you
coming.
On the
go.
way.
Chair
That's
is
how you
better.
look in this new chair.
Because you can look sexy in.
Gotcha.
So you can come off the love seat.
You can't tell if he looks sexy. You gotta say, you look smooth in that chair.
That's what
Nice
I'm
chair.
that's what
Small
I should have
doses.
said.
Start small.
Right.
Listen, that hindsight is 2020. I should have. If I had known it
Live
would
and
be
we
this much of
learn.
an issue. Wait a minute, Tara says, oh, see, Lord. Tara says we need the chair back, Karen, please. Listen, I understand that Pretty Ricky is the eye candy for the show. I get it, ladies. But there's not enough room in the studio for the chair. But not for two, because I need 2 chairs in that spot. And so these chairs are way too big to fit 2 chairs in that spot.
I know.
Tiger, what is it?
Tiger said, "What about him?"
Go over this way.
His chair.
My spoiled dogs. But anyway, we've gotten off the subject. Let's get back to y'all. So you started your first episode about friends, which actually I think is a great thing because nowadays you really don't know who is truly your friend. People switch up so quickly nowadays.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah, those folks that you've been hardcore in their corner from day one, and then the next thing you know, you be like,
What happened? Like,
Switched up.
what we doing?
Where
Yep.
you go? Like
Right.
when it was
Yep.
fun and games, you was on board.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you know,
When it
hard
gets
times
serious.
hit,
Let me
they
slide up
Yep.
out of here.
disappear.
Yep.
Right. You mean you can't even
Mhm.
remember why they left? So yeah, it was actually fun researching for that episode because I think was that the oh yeah, that was the episode when it said that you needed to grieve your friend. Yeah,
Right.
like
We didn't know
what
that
is
there
it,
were
the 7
stages.
stages of grief or something when you lose a friend? I'm
When
like,
you
man,
lose a friend,
solid 3 is
okay.
good.
When we get a solid 3.
Yeah, we only had 3. We didn't agree with the 7.
I can't see myself going through the 7 stages of grieving
Yeah.
over a
Over a
friend.
friendship. Nope.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
especially
Nope.
depending on how he's so scared he gonna get hollered at.
Mm-hmm. He looking at me like, help me.
Tiger, my dog. He's easing in here, and he's trying to get to Rick so that Rick can pet him. Evidently, Rick forgot to pet him when he came.
Oh man, you gotta pet him.
Come here,
Gotta pet
Tiger.
him.
Come here. Come here. You disturbing the whole show now. Come on. Come on. You fine. Come on. Come on.
He like he ain't supposed to be in here.
Uh-uh.
He's scared he gonna knock something over.
Come on. I know.
Oh,
Okay, I
there we go.
I forget.
There he is. There Tiger's making his
Aw.
debut.
Okay, I forget. I'm sorry.
Oh,
How dare
See,
Rick
now-
interrupt him when he
he
came?
said he just got to stay in the show now because he
Yes,
forgot to
he
pet
ain't,
him.
as long as Rick rubs him, he is not gonna go anywhere. He's gonna be right there.
That's what's
With
up.
There we go.
So I guess then you gonna come over here to me, but you're scared. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good boy. He thinks he's a lap dog.
He looked pretty big though.
Yeah, he does
No,
look
he is.
pretty big.
Oh, he's huge. He's 100 pounds. He's huge.
Oh
And
wow.
so when I got 2, my female is about 85, 90. He's thicker than she is. But
Oh, wow.
I'll get in the floor to play with him. But he wants to lay on me when I get in. I'll be like, boy, you about as big as me. Get him up. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, I have to agree with y'all. I can't see myself doing the 7 stages of grief over a
No.
friend.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Maybe a solid 3.
Yep. It was about
Yeah.
I forgot the 3.
yeah.
What was it like? Anger. I forgot. I forgot
I
the
don't
other
remember.
2.
Yeah.
I can't
Gotta go back
remember.
and listen.
I
Gotta
can
go
see
back
that.
Gotta
and
listen to episode 1.
listen. Yep.
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna be mad for a minute,
Yep.
depending on how it happened.
Mhm.
What you know what? Y'all got me wanting to look it up now.
Now you gotta look.
The 7 stages of grief, because I
Man,
don't know them all by heart either.
Was it 7 or 5? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'll see if I can find that one while we just gonna
Okay,
do a little
here's
bit of
one. This
research,
one
see if I can
says-
find it.
Hold on.
I know we got like 3 of them. It was like 3 that we agreed that was okay. You probably go through that.
It was solid
I
3.
just saw the list. Okay, first it says shock and denial.
Denial. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Pain and guilt.
Nah, you can't feel
Uh,
guilty.
pain, maybe,
Yeah.
depending on what it was they did.
Yeah. And how long y'all been friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anger.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
You
can
going through
definitely see
that.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely going through that. That's the
And
That
see,
should be
this where I
number one,
stop.
man.
Depression, reflection, and loneliness.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I ain't
No.
mm-mm. Nope. None of those.
Third, I guess. Wait a minute. Well, this is they talk about grief. Oh,
Yeah, we ain't do the grief.
Yeah, no.
yeah. I agree, because depending on what kind of friend it is, I'm not gonna go through all of that. We not gonna do that.
Nah, you probably
Nope.
just gonna, be like, dang, she did that to me, and then like, man, I'm mad, and then That's about it. You just move on.
Oh, right.
That's all I
You
got.
gotta keep it
Life
moving.
is too short to hold on
It
to.
is.
Yeah,
Gotta
keep it
life is
moving.
way too short.
It is.
You know,
It is.
when you get up in my age, you ain't got time to be worried about kind of stuff like that.
No. Nope.
Mm-mm. I'm planning vacation homes, like buying my vacation home. I ain't got time to be worried about sometime and freeze.
That part. That part. I'm trying to see
Exactly.
everywhere, so I ain't got time to be worried about what you doing over there. So.
Exactly. And that's what people miss.
Mhm.
Like, I don't have time to be worried about you. And then you may think I feel like I'm better than you or something. No, it's not that. I just ain't got time for it.
That
Nah.
part.
It take up too much time. Like friendships, in my opinion, should be easy. You know, it should add to your life.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be taken
Absolutely.
away. Like if you going through something, every time we see each other, I just don't want to see you no more. Because every time I see you, you sad. What I'm gonna do with that for real? Well, how we gonna hang out?
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't want to be sad too.
Right. You're bringing me down.
Yeah, and I'm like that too. If every time I talk to you it's negative, we just talked about that.
Yep.
If everything I talk to you is negative, mm-mm.
Nah,
Even
because
if I
that.
have to contemplate answering your call, if I'm looking at the phone like,
Yeah, part.
man, what? Okay, I ain't got time for that. Like, no.
Baby,
You
when
see
I
it
tell
and
you,
you like, nope.
listen, that applies across the board because I just did that with a coworker. She called me and I looked at it and I was like, ooh, am I gonna take this phone? I don't know if I really want to answer this phone because I already knew what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I don't have time right now to give you my energy.
That part.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it
draining.
is
Having
right
a good
there.
day. I don't want to deal with you. No, thank you.
Yep.
Right. And that's the same thing in a relationship. I can't
Mhm.
allow you to come in and steal my energy.
No,
Yep.
not at all. Not at
What
all.
about a dude that's draining though? Every
Yeah.
time I talk to him, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
I can't.
That's a lot. Can't do
I
that.
cannot.
Because it start rubbing off on your energy,
It
and then
does.
next thing you know, you
Yeah.
walking around sad, and you don't even know why you sad for real. You don't even know, and then you look at your phone like, oh man, Keith calling, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're about
Yeah.
to take my energy.
Exactly. Tara
Yeah.
says, agreed. Friendships should definitely be easy and they should be equal. 100%.
That's
true.
so true. Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
if you
all
giving
day
more than
long.
you getting, you definitely
That
not
part.
in a good relationship. Whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever kind of shit you got going on.
Yep.
It can't be one-sided.
Absolutely. And that's
It
what
can't
I
be.
don't understand that people miss. Because how many times have we seen the posts, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, wherever, where they continuously complaining about, I do this, I do that, I've done so much for them, and you haven't done anything for me. Okay, so when are you gonna
Why are you
realize
still
that
there?
it's not an equal?
That part.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm not sure what it is you expecting to get if you keep giving full well knowing you're not going to get anything in return.
Well aware. You're not
Well
getting
aware.
nothing back.
But
Nothing
they've
back.
shown you. Like, hey, people show you who they are. You have to believe them.
That part.
Woo, I say that all the time. Believe them. When a person shows their true self, believe them and do not think that you can change them because you
Because you
can't.
can't
That's
change
the
them.
part right there.
And people always show you who they are. Even if they start off one way, they can't stay that one way because who you are is who you are. So eventually that
Absolutely.
other side of you is gonna come out, and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, nah, that ain't what's up. We're gonna separate from you.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Time will tell.
Yep.
Whatever's done in the
Yep.
dark always comes to the light.
Always.
All the
Always.
time.
Trust me.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh.
All the time. And you may think you're doing a good job of hiding it, but one day you're going to slip up.
Yep.
And all it takes is that one slip up. And they'll be like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Did you say?
That's
Oh,
me
that's
all the
Angel.
time. That is me. I am that friend. Like you say something, I don't know why my brain is like a tape recorder. We could be sitting somewhere, somebody say something, and then few days like we hanging out at another time, and they say the story, and it ain't the same way. I look at Nikki like, nope, that ain't right. That ain't what you said last time.
Last time you
Yeah,
said,
Right.
and depending on who it is, I might say
Hmm.
something, but or I'll be like, you know what? I pick and choose my battles. I just side eye and be like, mm-hmm,
that's me.
mm-hmm.
I side
Well,
eye you like,
hello,
okay.
Kanisha. Kanisha says, let
Mhm.
me, and I always like to talk to my listeners. She said, always, my mom used to tell me that all the time. Yes, what's doing in the
Yep.
dark, baby, go always come to the light.
All the
Always.
time.
I
Yep.
tell people that when they in relationships, and I feel like that, some people like to look for trouble.
Yeah.
That's true.
You ain't gotta look for
That's
trouble.
true.
You ain't gotta look for it. It's gonna find you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And when you look for trouble, you might not like what you find.
You're
That
gonna
part.
find something. Yep.
Exactly.
So you might as
Keep
So
well
be
be
looking,
careful
you're
what
gonna
you
prepared.
look
find
for.
something. Mhm.
Hmm.
Be careful what you look for, because you may find something you didn't want to reveal.
That's
Yep.
true. Got to be
But if you
prepared for what you find.
exactly, but I like to sit back and be peaceful in life because I know it's coming.
Yep.
It's going to eventually reveal itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is for sure.
Always does. Yep.
Kanisha said every time. Every time. That's why I don't go through phones. I don't either.
Yeah, no. Me
I
either.
Nah,
tell
that's
people
a
that
waste of time for real.
I was married for 23 years, and in 23 years, I never went through his phone. Never went through his pockets. Never did any of that.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
too
I
much.
didn't feel like it was
Because
necessary.
No.
yeah, if you feel like you gotta do that, it's something already wrong with the relationship.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Because that right there says to me, I don't trust you.
Yep.
And if I don't trust you, then why am I with you?
Why
Yep.
are we together?
Exactly.
Yep.
I can't have you
Exactly.
around me.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. You can't be around me if I don't trust you.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because
Because how
at no
that's gonna
time
work
am I at
out,
peace.
right? I mean, how it's gonna work out? Like if I don't trust you, then I mean we can't never be. We're never really nothing together because I don't trust you. So how can we ever be one as you supposed
Yeah.
to be if I don't trust you for real? We just
Because I'm
operating
questioning
as two.
everything. Everything you say, I'm questioning. Everything you do, I'm
That's too
questioning.
much.
No, that's too much energy.
Way too
Exactly.
much.
I don't have that time. I don't have the
Mm-mm.
time to try to figure out whether or not you're telling me the truth. If I feel like I have to do that, then you're right. We can't be together. There's no reason for us to be together in that
Yeah.
particular instance. I
I'm
can't.
not signing up to be Magnum PI. This is not Law and Order.
That part.
I'm not looking for the
Ooh,
facts in your
girl,
phone.
say it.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't want to do that. If I got to do that, I'd rather just be by myself and date. That's just
Yep.
how I feel.
100%. If I got to jump through all of those hoops,
Hmm.
and every time you say something to me, I got a second guess whether or not you telling me the truth, that doesn't work for me.
Nah.
Nope.
We can't be in a relationship. That doesn't work for me at all. I can't
Nope,
do it.
not at all.
Really and truly, I can't. We can't even be good friends. If I don't trust you,
Yeah. Nah.
No.
you can't even be in my inner circle.
Nope.
No.
That's a fact. That's like
Yeah.
you just. I mean,
Nope.
that's like signing up for failure. You know, somebody just like they lie or whatever, and they sneaky, and then you rolling with them trying to act like they not. You
Right.
just signing up for failure. It's gonna go
Yeah.
left. That's facts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And
Yep.
people be
That's why
telling
you was
you,
always
no,
told,
you
be
don't want
careful
to
of
do
the company
that.
you keep. Yeah.
yep.
Be careful with the company you keep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pulling all the
It ain't
quotes out,
nothing
son.
worse.
I know, right? Right? They like that.
But I tell you, ain't nothing worse than to think that you got that level of trust and
Yeah.
find out you don't.
Yes.
Now
Yeah,
that right
that's
there be some
horrible.
stages.
See, I was about to say that'll put you in some stages of grief right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
For
Especially
sure.
when you
Because
were
this
comfortable, you thought they were your confidant. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and then you come to find out, yeah,
You know everything.
right. All my
Yep.
business.
Right.
And you
Oh
find
my
out they
goodness.
on the other team all this time. I've had
Putting
that
all the grease
experience.
out there.
It's not good at all. Like
Oh
for
yeah,
real, because
I've had it a few times myself.
I was just shocked how long you could pretend that you a whole nother person. Like you didn't put all this energy into being this other person for like 3-4 years, and now here we go, your real self. Like that's a talent. That's a skill.
That's commitment.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
yeah,
That's commitment.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Committed to
got to
this
really be
guy.
committed to that role.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I
I agree with
agree.
you on that. I couldn't. I can't be that committed.
No.
I can't be that committed to pretending to be something I'm not.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
you a whole actress out here. Like, no.
Yep.
Right.
And then
I'm
they turn
looking at
around
me
and
in
show
this
that other.
sweatshirt all bunched up. Got me looking like I got 5 breasts. But that's okay. Do I sound nasally?
Yeah.
Nah.
Not too bad though.
When I tell y'all, yes, Kanisha said they deserve an Oscar. Yes, I know plenty of people that deserve
Yes.
Oscars, baby.
Yeah.
And that slap from Will Smith.
Yep.
Right.
Both at the same time.
Right.
slap
Get your
at the same
Oscar and your
time.
slap.
Right.
Hey, Deanna, welcome. Ooh, actually, I hate I'm starting to cough there. Deanna,
Uh-oh.
I'm glad you popped in. I'm gonna have to check with you later. It's warming up. We're gonna need some we're gonna need a wife beater for Pretty Ricky. I'm trying to we're gonna need a red wine conversation wife beater for Pretty Ricky.
Getting you
Show his
together, Pretty
guns.
Ricky.
Get the guns out.
Yes, and he get his guns out. I keep him on the show for the eye candy ladies. I know y'all
Get
enjoy
ready
it.
for the gun show.
Yes, welcome to the. That's where we're gonna. Welcome to the gun show. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna come in my wife beater. I can get these guns back. Kato gonna get them. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get back. Matter of fact, I was just talking to my trainer Tracy today about doing a collab because he wanted to do some virtual classes.
Oh,
And he was like,
Oh
would you
man,
be
sorry.
interested
Yep,
in
I'm
it?
down. I would.
Yeah, and so I was like, we should do a collab. We should definitely do a collab on something with Red Wine Conversations and Executive Fitness. Oh,
that would be cool.
that's what's
yeah. So
up.
I'm gonna have to get with him on that. So Deanna said yes, ma'am. So we're gonna get a wife beater, ladies, for Pretty Ricky. Welcome to the gun show. Yeah.
For the gun show.
Yes, for the gun show. Don't y'all blow his head up.
I'm not even
Just saying, try to get you a better seat in some gun show.
Right.
Right. Wait a minute. Kanisha said that would be nice. What's gonna be nice, Kanisha? The white beater on Pretty Ricky or the collab with the class?
I think it's the wife beater. I think she's going for that one.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right. I'm gonna come on there one day with a wife beat on.
Oh my God. She said, wait a minute, she came in, she said both.
Like you're thinking.
Oh my goodness. I'm not fooling with y'all.
She said she ready for whatever. Right.
Oh Lord, now here comes Tara. Well, he does have some very nice arms. We definitely need the wife beater for him. Okay. I am going to start picking Ricky out on the show. He's getting a wife beater. Anything else, y'all ain't getting no shorts to show the legs, so you forget about that one. But he will do a wife beater. And I'll make sure it's medium.
Oh,
Get it together.
That's funny.
I'm sorry. Oh, y'all got me laughing and coughing. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Oh, but it's good to have. I mean, that's your job, really.
Yeah.
One
You
of
gotta
us
dress
gotta
the
be
part.
Right. Gotta be ready. Stay ready.
Every show need a pretty one.
come on, Kel. Don't
There you go.
Wait a minute, it is KO and Pretty Ricky though.
Let's get it.
There you go.
Yeah, every show got to have that pretty one.
No, hell no.
He said, and that's not your role.
That's right.
That's not my role. That's Rick's role. Because I do have more of a female audience than I have a larger female audience than I have male.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, there you go. That's why.
they
So
might
that's
like
why you
what I
got to get
say,
the
but
white
they
book.
tuning in and looking pretty Rick.
We do like eye candy.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, y'all. We gonna get off. We gonna get off Rick, but I gotta put this one up. Because Anisha said, we don't need him to tear out of it like the Hulk.
Man.
All right, Tanisha.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all said it.
What Tara says, Karen, you need a hot toddy with some whiskey. This is a hot toddy, Tara. I need to add some more whiskey to it too, but I'm feeling them getting hot. I'm feeling it in. I'm getting hot.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Sweat it
y'all
out.
got me laughing. Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all, we're gonna get off.
Right.
We're gonna get off Pretty Rick and get back to the show. I even got my honey.
Nah, man.
Listen, and I'm supposed to be on y'all's podcast tomorrow. So,
Yep. You're supposed to be coming to kick it with us tomorrow.
I'm coming to kick it with y'all. And I have shout out to Outcast Nashville chapter. Our annual is this weekend. And so after I do y'all's show, I have to go to the clubhouse and work. And so hopefully, and I'm working the bar.
Oh, wow.
I ain't gonna be able to be like, y'all let me make drinks. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Can't talk. I just can make the
I'll be
drinks.
in the
That's
back.
it. I got you on the drinks.
Put me on the drinks. But no, I don't know. I ain't gonna be able to talk to people. I can hear, but they ain't gonna do what I say back. But hopefully we're gonna get
on
these
the ticket
drinks
collections. Maybe the ticket collection to help you out. Just collecting the tickets and the entry.
Listen, I'm gonna have to do something. Y'all just let me collect money. That may be
There
my
you
role.
go.
I can't do nothing. Let me just collect. But let's get back to the show. Pretty Ricky distracted us. So now I have to ask this because I'm in your group, Podcast for the Culture, which I absolutely love. I'm in several different podcasting groups on Facebook.
Right.
And I ain't even gonna get into that. But I think I enjoy podcasting for the culture because it has more of a relaxed feel for me.
Okay.
Tell me what prompted you ladies to start that group.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It just came to me. Like I was talking to Nikki and I was like, man, I just had this crazy thing. Like, why don't we just start a podcasting group? Because we were in a couple of them and it just seemed all convoluted. You know, like if you were supposed to be like working together, supporting, meeting new podcasters, bringing in listeners to find our type of shows that you can't put in Amazon and say, I'm looking for Black podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to bring all that to one forum. And I wanted everybody to be able to work together if they wanted to work together or meet guests or however they wanted to do. So I just said, why don't we start it? And she said, okay.
Okay.
It sounds like to me that you bullying Nikki a lot.
No,
I'm just more laid
her.
back. I was just like, okay, what do you need me to do? Like, if you tell me, okay, this is what we doing. All right, what's my assignment? I got you. You know,
because it pretty much worked out. Because
Yeah.
like Nikki do most of the technical stuff and podcasting for the culture. It's mostly me that's in the messages. So if you're talking to somebody, it's normally me. Unless it's like a technical question, and then I'll be like, all right, Nikki, you up. You got a messenger here. So, it's I don't think I bully you, friend.
No, you don't believe me. Only when I let you.
Wait a minute. So now we got to switch to red wine conversations, and we're gonna do a self-reflection on that. Because I don't think I bully you. I don't know. If you take a step back, Angela, you reflect on that.
I think bullied, so I think we good.
But it's only for good stuff, It's never for bad things. It's always like, I think we could do this, and she'll be like, all right, because we kind of balance each other. Stuff I don't like doing, she like doing. Stuff she don't like doing, I do. So it just work out.
Yeah.
See, now that's a good thing when you balance each other out.
Yeah.
That's very important, especially when you're doing things together. That's one of the things that I really like about me and Rick. I feel like our personalities balance each other out. Because as you can tell, I'm a personality.
And that's how we are. Like, she likes to talk. You can have that. I'll be in the back. I like to
and Rick.
That's me.
Yeah.
So,
he's content sitting on the couch, just looking pretty.
Yeah.
And but what I love about it is like when he does speak up, like I'm always like, he always has something very interesting to say when he does come in. And so what I love about my show is getting that male perspective from Rick. And he's always so open and honest about it when he is it. Because he know me, I'll get on my soapbox in a minute. But when he feel like it's something he need to express, like he'll come in and be like, let me see if I can get the voice. And you like automatically have to shut down, like the room gets quiet because you got to listen to Rick because he's that low, like I'm speaking now. And I raise my voice for you.
Yeah, I had noticed that dynamic on y'all show when you joined the group, and I think I was going back and forth with you, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell you. You told me when your show was, and when I watched that episode, I saw the energy between y'all. It just balanced. Yes, so it was cool. It's what make your show like so smooth, in my opinion.
I love it because I feel like we're good at giving each other our own space. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we trying to outdo each other. We just enjoy relaxing and having a good time and talk.
And that makes a difference. That makes a difference when you're not trying to outdo each other, or one up each other. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Kanisha says, pop this up. I've been wanting to start a podcast. Do you think it's better with a partner? I'm gonna let you ladies answer that.
I think it's better. Yeah, because you got somebody to at least bounce your opinions off of. It's hard when it's just one-sided. And I think it's a lot easier, depending on what kind of podcast you're trying to do. It's a lot easier, especially if you want it to be lighter, to have somebody to bounce your ideas off of. So, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, friend, because mostly it's just like I don't think I could do the podcast by myself, even though I am the more outspoken one, because it would be weird. I got to talk to somebody. So, even if I would have started it by myself, then I would have been looking for guests every week because you can't talk to yourself. That'd be weird. Be like, Angel, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. How you doing? That's kind of weird. I'm sorry.
That is so fun. But I say this, it does depend if you record, then yes.
Versus live.
It would be difficult to do a podcast by yourself. But if you're doing it live, then you're able to interact with the people who are listening and make comments. And so it's a little bit easier, but then you really have to have something interesting for them to be listening to, to comment and
to engage them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I've done it both ways. I definitely prefer having someone with me.
Yeah.
Because then that communication is easier, the dialogue is easier, as opposed to just sitting and talking and hoping that somebody's gonna come on and exchange with you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've done them both ways. I've had some cocktails with KO though, where it's just me, and I'll get on and I've been on talking for about an hour and a half. I just be talking.
right.
Just be talking. And matter of fact, I do cocktails with KO on Sunday. And Deanna she posted and said Sunday night show had me running my bus route 15 minutes late because I lost track. I'm sorry, you lost track of time. I be coming on cocktails with KO. We talk about whatever on cocktails with KO. You never know what may come out of my mouth on cocktails with KO.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see the one she missed.
Yeah. She was 15 minutes late last week watching cocktails with KO. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna have a voice to be able to even do Sunday night this time.
Oh, you'll be out Saturday night?
Well, I gotta go out. Yeah, I'll be at the clubhouse all day Saturday.
And y'all got something Sunday too, don't you?
I don't have to be there.
Oh.
My sponsor said I have to be there.
Oh, okay.
So I ain't planning on being there. Just in case they watching, I ain't planning on being there Sunday. Because when I went to the clubhouse to drop off some stuff, one of the brothers was like, I was like, I'll see y'all Saturday. He was like, Saturday? You ain't coming Friday? It's like, I gotta do my show now. I'm not sure, but I got my show Friday. But I will be there on Saturday. Tara said, Sunday night was hilarious. We did have fun Sunday night. We did have fun Sunday night. Sunday night,
I have to tune in Sunday night.
Right.
Do what?
I said we're gonna have to tune in Sunday night. I feel like we not part of the Sunday night party. You gotta check that alert button in a minute. Let me check the alert, make sure we're getting alerts.
You know what? Sunday, and I don't always actually. I rarely advertise Sunday night. Sunday night is like I'll just be like, you know what? I decided I'm gonna pop on here and talk.
Okay.
So it really is. You would have to. Y'all need to be subscribing anyway. You know, subscribe.
We are subscribed. That was just the alerts. We subscribe.
Yeah, and so it should pop up because I do it the same way and post to YouTube and Facebook. So it should send you a alert reminder that I'm coming out.
Okay.
So if I got a voice Sunday, because I'm gonna tell you after the annual tomorrow, I'll probably have plenty to talk about on Sunday. Because it's always entertaining. I'm gonna probably have things to talk about and be like, "Oh my God, y'all are not going to believe." But I want to ask you, ladies, this question because you know my show is all about self-reflection.
Yeah,
and it's about being open to other perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, have you ladies ever taken a step back and self-reflected? And can you share with us something that you learned about yourself when you self-reflected?
Am I going? I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
I self-reflected when it was like everybody say I'm like super nice and I'm friendly with everybody all the time or whatever. But I always got I was in the point of view where I would always say yeah to even if I didn't want to do stuff. So I had to step back because the friend that actually is the bully, Nikki, was like, you don't have to say yes all the time. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, let me think about this. So no, I did a self-reflection and then I just started saying no to stuff I didn't want to do. And it just made me feel better because at first I felt like I was needed to be everywhere all the time. Then I realized I was doing that to myself by saying yes and committing to everything. So that was my story.
Okay. You know, I think my self-reflection is more like I used to let things bother me that other people did. Like people would do things, and then I would get upset about things like, they shouldn't have did that. Now I'm all angry, and the person I'm mad at, they moved on with their life. They over here don't even know I'm upset with them, and I'm all upset internally. I had to think about that. Like, it's not hurt nobody but me. They doing whatever, and I'm over here bothered by it. That's how I learned to let stuff go. Like, whatever you do, I'm just gonna learn from that. Like, okay, that I'm not gonna let that what you're doing reflect on me. I'm just gonna do my thing, and however that comes out is what comes out from that. So
I think with me, my self-reflection came early last year. KO don't know that I listened to the show, and it helped me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I used to let stuff get to me, and I would bottle everything up, and then I would lash out.
Mm.
And then, you know what my motto is now? I don't give a fuck. So
Mine too, Pretty Ricky.
and,
What
and
I say,
it has
what I say,
helped.
friend?
Yeah.
I used to didn't know you. Like, we could always go back to that. That's my motto. Like,
That
we
is
don't
her
have to be
motto.
friends.
Exactly.
You know what? And I'm a little different because I'm always continuously self-reflecting.
Okay.
And what I learned recently about myself is that I'm not always open to allowing people to change my viewpoint, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Once I've made my mind up, that's who you are, and that's what it is. You got to move heaven and earth to change that viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm learning to be a little bit more relaxed in that, because my viewpoint is based on my opinion. And I know I don't like when people make assumptions about me. Okay. So it's unfair to me to do that to someone else.
Okay.
And so I'm learning now to not be so quick to form my opinion and be like, I know who you are. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. I see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying,
definitely. Okay.
I'm trying to be more open now to not formulate, because I'm one of those. I meet you and I'm look you at. I'm like, I made my mind up who you are.
I know your type.
And what you got going on and everything.
Friend zoned.
Yeah, I'm
way over there.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I can't say I'm changing that when it comes to dating, Rick.
Don't change it when it comes to dating.
Dating, I don't know.
Red flags.
No, you gotta recognize.
Especially if I feel like now. I guess no, my red flags are gonna stay my red flags. That's
they gotta stay.
If it's a red flag, I'm sorry. It's not gonna work.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah.
That first intuition be right. That first intuition do not lie to you. You might find out years later, like you knew in the beginning, you was like, damn, nah, I shouldn't be messing with you. But you went over it, and then 5 years later, I shouldn't have been messing with you, you know? So
right, and I told myself that day one.
That's what I'm saying.
I had to listen to myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every time I do try to be open, and I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let this slide this time. And then it'll remind me, no, you made the right decision in the first place.
Yep.
Like, girl.
Yep.
You should have stuck with your guns. But the reason why I say, the reason why I'm learning to be more open, because I did have a recent situation. Y'all remember I talked about this on the show before about my friend and that I had lost the friendship.
Yeah.
And what was really surprising to me is they fought for that friendship. They said I that's not what they said. They said we needed a break, that we take a break because they needed to process. I guess that was my interpretation that the friendship was over. I didn't go back to look to see what was said. But that person did continue to probe and ask questions to try to get a better understanding of how I felt. And so I still ended up having that back and forth conversation, back and forth, back and forth. And finally they picked up the phone and was like, look, we gonna have this conversation. And so we had the conversation and we got down to the bottom of what the root problem was. But that's what made me take, because I'm not gonna keep trying to explain myself to you.
Right.
Like, I'm
right.
not gonna keep going through that. I pick and choose my battles, and like I'm tired of fighting this battle. But I guess I shouldn't be so quick to let go of certain things and learn to give people a little bit more of an opportunity. Because had I not given them the opportunity, things would have ended up differently.
Right.
But we did finally figure out how to communicate and to listen to what each other was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed things.
That's good.
And so that's my self-reflection, my learning that I've learned recently about myself. Because I'm quick. I'm not gonna keep fighting them battles.
Right.
Yeah. Me too. I might need to work on that, self-reflect on that myself. Cause I'll be like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, she would be. And I'll be like, man, maybe they got a little bit of good in them. But then see, I'll go into that thing where it's like, okay, you did it again, so I'm good now and I'm gonna walk away. So I gotta learn how to get to the growth that you're at, because I don't think I'm there.
Listen, it is a continuous journey. I learned something about myself on a regular basis, but I always try to stop and take a step back. Because in my mind, before I made that decision to, in the friendship, I self-reflected on it. And I felt like I made the best decision that I needed to make for myself. But in hindsight, when I made the decision, I made my decision based on what I felt the other person felt, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and what I thought what I thought how they felt wasn't right.
Okay.
And so we both were making decisions based on assumptions that we made about the other person.
Right. Without having the conversation.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So y'all never had that conversation.
Well, when we would conversate, and what Kanisha said, communication and active listening is key. We were communicating, but we weren't listening to understand. Well, I one person wasn't listening for understanding. I heard. They weren't hearing me.
I heard what you said.
The wall went up.
And I kept saying, well, all of what you just said is irrelevant. Ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You're not listening to what I'm saying. And I got tired of saying, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what happened was I was missing their perspective and how important. No, let me rephrase that. I saw their perspective. What I was missing was the value they were placing on their perspective.
Okay.
Because in their mindset, it was they were taking care of me and well, not taking care of, but it was about making sure I was okay.
Okay.
And that was what they felt was important. And I was feeling something else was important.
Right.
And so we was clashing, and they was like, no, I want to make sure you okay. You're right. And I'm like, bump that. And so I was dismissing how much they value that part of it.
Right.
And so until we really had our conversation, it was then that it clicked with me. Okay, my assumption of how they were viewing it wasn't right. They were viewing it differently than what I was assuming. But I based my decision on what I felt was what they were thinking. Yeah. And we both were doing the same thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad, Red Rum, we all about communication. Communication. But I am learning. Don't be so quick. Give people an opportunity. Especially if it's somebody close to you.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity.
But after that after the opportunity, if it don't work out, then it's not a real friendship.
Right. Because we had a conversation and we came to an agreement.
That part, yep.
Yes.
And so if it happens again, that means you really wasn't caring, and we really didn't have that agreement.
Yep.
And I'm not going to go down that road with you again.
Friendships are like it's like a relationship for real, because you got to get to know one another to understand how each other communicates, what each other values. Like you just said, like you got to know that person in order to be a good friend to them. You know what I mean? Like really have those real conversations with them.
And you're right. And when it's a real friend, you make those, like, you don't have to force that person to change. They're going to be willing to change for you because they know you're a friend. Especially if you come to them and say, okay, when you do or when you say such and such, I don't like when you do that. It makes me feel a certain way. And so then I'll be like, you know what? I know when I'm around Nikki or around Angel, I can't say that. Or I can't do that because they don't like. And so I respect you as my friend not to do those things.
Yep. That respect.
Yeah. You have to. In order for it to be a true friendship, you have to.
Yeah.
And I feel like
definitely,
if you're not willing to make that change for me, are you really my
what are we
friend?
doing? Right.
That part. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this respect, If you saying this person is your friend, then you saying that you care for them, you respect them. So that's the respect and communication.
And if I care and respect for you and have respect for you, I'm not going to do things that I know is going to hurt you.
Yep. That's true.
100%.
Yeah, and that's just like I think I talked about it on the Angry Black Woman about people using the word bitch.
Yeah.
It's become a popular thing.
Women
like to
not
use
amongst
it
my
now.
people.
This new generation be slanging it left
they
and right.
Different.
Yeah.
They are different.
And so I have some girlfriends that use it, and I have some girlfriends that don't.
Right.
My thing, and this is my stance on it, and I believe this about any word. A word only has power if you give it power.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I could care less if you use it or you don't use it.
Right.
And it really does depend on what context you come at me with, what type of response that you may get. But if we're friends and you say to me, don't call me bitch, don't use that word around me, I don't like that word, then I'm going to respect that. And when I'm around you, I'm not going to use that.
Right.
That's just out of respect. Not because I feel like it's wrong, but because you don't like it as my friend.
Yep.
Right.
And some people miss that. And they be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just a word. Yeah, but if you don't like it, then I'm not going to use it around you.
Right.
Because not everybody is the same. What you like, I might not like. So you gotta respect each other.
Exactly. So you have to have that give and take, especially if it's a friendship. So why would I want to keep you? Because the word ain't that important to me that I feel like I have to keep using it and disrespect you. And you can't tell me I can't say,
Right.
It's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, especially as a friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not out here calling my friends B word. I'm just saying, like,
Like I said, it's the new generation. It's become really popular.
yes, it is. I mean, that's just. I mean, I be hearing them, and I'm like, dang, look, y'all talk to each other like that. Wow.
Oh, honey, they be calling themselves bitches. Like, girl, I'm the best bitch. This bitch here.
Yep,
Yeah.
those too.
Yep.
You know, I'm a boss bitch. You know, again, the word really doesn't have any power unless you give it power.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
true.
But most people have used it in such a negative way that immediately people tie a negative response to it.
Yep.
But I look at it like, bitch is a female dog. Like the last time I checked, I was a human. So
Exactly.
Agreed.
Not talking to me.
Yep.
like I don't know who you talking to. Okay.
Right.
But like I said, it depends on the context. You know, you bring it to me in. And you know, we girlfriends and we just talking, you be like, bitch, please. Like, girl, you know. I be like, girl, yeah. But if you come out like, bitch, no. You can't give me a look up and down.
It's the tone. It's the tone.
Yes, your tone, your body language, like what?
All that.
All those different. Listen, because I'm about to slip into that bitch mode tomorrow. When I'm on the set, when I'm biking chick, I just be like,
can't tell you nothing.
You know what? It's
sometimes
so
you have to though.
But here's the thing. I talk about all the time the different sides of me. I do typically like to sit in my orange. Have y'all ever heard of True Colors? The personality test?
I've heard of it. I've never done it, but I've heard of it.
You should definitely. I don't know if you can take it online for free, but it is an amazing test. And it helped me to understand other people as well as understand myself and how to relate to other people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But personality, it ranks 4 different types of personalities, and everybody has a little bit of each one in them. But my top 2 were orange and green. And orange is like that happy-go-lucky life of the party. And that green is that matter-of-fact, blunt, straight to the point that most people view as mean.
Right.
Like they were tied. So I can tell, like in regular everyday life, I love to sit in my orange personality. Like I like to be orange, be happy, and have a good time. When I'm at work, I'm green all day long. When I'm on the motorcycle set, I'm green. I'm green when I'm on the motorcycle set, which explains why when I did that, I did a speaking engagement with my club sisters, and we did I don't want to call it a game, but we did an activity where we passed around boxes and everybody got an opportunity to write one positive thing and one negative thing about you on a piece of paper. Nobody put their name on it. And they folded it up, put it in your box, and you didn't get to read it until after you got home. And so when I got home and I opened up most of my papers, all of my papers rather, most of the negatives was that I thought they all said, I thought you were mean. I thought you were mean. Which I'm agreed on the set, which explains it. So until you talk to me and you engage me, you get that perception that I'm mean. Because I'm sitting back like, and I know I have that look like, don't talk to me. But I'm working the job. So I'm going to have to put my smile on and be like, how can I help you?
Right.
What you drinking tonight? So I'm going to be nice tonight. I'll be nice tonight. Well, tomorrow. I ain't going to the clubhouse tonight. But anyway, we're over an hour. I just looked up and saw that. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely,
sure.
definitely.
I think we accomplished a few things. We're getting Pretty Ricky a nice wife beater. That's on deck when your chair comes. So we accomplished something for
King of
you.
the throne chair on the set.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be sitting there in my wife beater like this.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God. Listen, I'm gonna have. Y'all got me.
Oh, my bad again. I'm sorry about that.
I can't even get it out now.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to do a poll. We're gonna pick out some different wife beaters.
Oh.
There you
We're
go.
gonna do
There
a
you
poll
go.
on which type of wife beater we want Pretty Ricky in.
There you go.
There it is.
Rick gonna be
Then
like
with a
at the
photo,
church, like I ain't coming back
Photoshop and
on no
scroll
more.
it.
Right, y'all gonna get to vote.
Yep.
What type of wife beater does Pretty Ricky get to wear? Ooh, we gonna
For
have
the
to do
gun
it
show.
soon to get it made because the chairs will be here Saturday. So by
Uh-oh.
the time you
There
come
you
back
go.
next Friday, I'm gonna need you in your wife beater. Tara
I feel
said,
so bad we made you cough.
oh my God. Tara said, no poll needed. Let him wear them all colors.
There you go, right
my
there.
God.
Whole done.
Oh,
Any color.
every show, different wife beater, different color.
Different white
Every
beaters.
I'm about to start pimping your ass, Pretty Ricky.
You gotta get gun show Fridays.
How we keep coming back to Pretty Ricky in this damn chair, this white beater. I'm done.
But yeah, thank you for having us so much. Thank you for listening to our show. You know, we appreciate it. And thank you for being a part of our group. We got a lot of plans for that group. So we're so thankful you're in it. Stay tuned.
I am looking forward
to come.
I am so looking forward. Wait, oh Lord, Kanisha said a white beater in extra medium.
They're gonna stuff me in something.
Yeah. They trying to see everything.
Gun show Fridays.
I ain't mad, y'all. Tara said, I believe a large. Y'all gonna get up off of Rick. She said, I believe a large will look great on him. I'm so done with y'all. But thank you, ladies, for coming on to the show. And I look forward to coming on to y'all show tomorrow. Hopefully,
yes.
I'm going to have a voice. I'm going to do my best not to talk tomorrow.
All right. Well, I'll try not to make you laugh tomorrow.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to get off of here, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And we will see y'all either Sunday or next Friday. All right.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night. Oh, my goodness.